Good morning, everyone. My name is Kai or Kayla Adams. You can say either name. I do not have a preference. And today I'll discuss the importance of strategic public policy, particularly focusing on how balancing efficiency, equity, and long-term economic welfare can significantly impact our society. We'll look specifically on how these concepts apply to government-funded educational and emotional development programs, which are crucial for promoting sustainable economic growth and ensuring that this growth benefits everyone in society. To give you a brief overview of what we'll be covering, first we'll discuss the importance of strategic public policy. Public policy plays a vital role in addressing significant challenges in our society, such as income inequality, skill gap, and social instability. These policies are essential for fostering long-term economic growth and creating a stable society. We'll then talk about the need of balance key economic concepts. Effective public policy must ensure that resources are used efficiently while also promoting equity and sustainable economic welfare. Next, I'll introduce the main focus area of this presentation, which includes market efficiency, Pareto efficiency, market failures, equity, and public choice theory. Finally, we'll apply these concepts to real-world context by analyzing government-funded educational and emotional development programs designed to enhance economic welfare by investing in human capital. Now that we set the stage, let's discuss why there's a critical need for government-funded educational and emotional development programs. These programs address some of the most deep-rooted issues in our society, such as income inequality, skill gaps, and social instability. By equipping individuals, especially children, with essential cognitive and emotional skills, these programs lay the foundation for a more productive workforce. This, in turn, is crucial for ensuring sustainable economic growth and stability in the future. In summary, these programs are not just beneficial, they are essential for building a more equitable and stable society. Next, we'll explore the key economic concepts that are central to public policy. These include market efficiency, which is about using resources in the best possible way to maximize welfare, and Pareto efficiency, a related concept, focuses on situations where no one can be made better off without making someone else worse off. We will also discuss market failures, which occur when free markets fail to allocate resources efficiently on their own, leading to the need for government intervention. Equity, another critical concept, is about ensuring a fair distribution of resources and opportunities across society. Finally, we'll look at public choice, which helps us understand how self-interest within government and political institutions can influence public policy design. Together, these concepts provide a framework for analyzing and designing effective public policies. Let's start with the concept of market efficiency. Market efficiency refers to the optimal allocation of resources where every good or service is produced and consumed at its most efficient level. In other words, it's about making sure that we're getting the most value out of our resources without any waste. This concept is crucial in public policy because it serves as a benchmark for evaluating how resources are being utilized within an economy. If a market is operating efficiently, it means that resources are being used in the best way possible to maximize economic welfare. However, in the real world, markets don't always achieve this ideal state due to various inefficiencies, such as monopolies or information asymmetry. This is where government intervention often becomes necessary to correct these inefficiencies and ensure that resources are allocated in a way that benefits society as a whole. Next, we'll discuss Pareto efficiency. This concept describes a situation where no one can be made better off without making someone else worse off. It's a specific type of market efficiency and is often used in economics to understand trade-offs involved in resource allocation. In public policy, Pareto efficiency is an important benchmark because it helps us evaluate where a policy change will improve the welfare of some without negatively impacting others. This makes it a useful tool for asserting the fairness and effectiveness of policy decisions. However, just like with market efficiency, achieving Pareto efficiency in the real world is challenging and often requires careful policy design to balance the need and welfare of different groups within society. Now let's discuss market failures. Market failures occur when free markets fail to allocate resources efficiently. Essentially, this happens when markets, left to their own devices, don't produce the best outcomes for society. There are several types of market failures, including public goods, externalities, information asymmetry, and monopolies. For instance, public goods like national defense are non-excludable and non-rivalrous, meaning everyone benefits from them whether they pay or not. This often leads to underprovision by the market. Market failures are crucial in public policy because they justify government intervention. When the market can't or won't address these inefficiencies, it's up to the government to step in and correct them, ensuring that resources are allocated in a way that benefits everyone. Let's address some common misconceptions about market failures. The first misconception is that government intervention is always inefficient. While it's true that not all interventions are perfect, strategic government actions can correct market failures and lead to better overall outcomes for society. Another misconception is that markets are self-correcting and always find equilibrium. In theory, markets do strive for equilibrium, but in practice, this doesn't always happen, especially in the presence of externalities or public goods. Without intervention, these market failures can persist and lead to suboptimal outcomes. Finally, there's a common belief that public goods can be effectively provided by private companies, just like private goods. However, this isn't usually practical because public goods are non-excludable and non-rivalrous. This means that everyone benefits from them, whether they pay them for them or not, and one person usually doesn't reduce the amount available to others. Because of these characteristics, private companies typically lack the incentive to provide public goods, as they can't easily charge everyone who benefits from them. This is why public goods, like national defense or public parks, are usually provided by the government, which can fund them through taxation and ensure that they are available to everyone. Now let's explore the balance between equity and efficiency in public policy. Equity is about fairness, ensuring that everyone has access to the resources and opportunities that they need. Efficiency, on the other hand, focuses on maximizing the use of resources to achieve the best possible outcomes. When it comes to government spending on education, prioritizing equity might mean investing more in underserved communities to level the playing field. However, this could come at a cost of efficiency, as resources might be spread thinly, reducing the overall impact. Focusing solely on efficiency might lead to more significant gains in well-resourced areas, but at the expense of widening inequality. An example of this trade-off can be seen in progressive education funding models, where more resources are allocated to schools in low-income areas. While this promotes equity, it requires careful management to ensure that it can also lead to efficient outcomes in terms of student performance and long-term economic benefits. A successful example of balancing equity and efficiency is Finland's education system. The Finnish government invests heavily in education, ensuring equitable access to all students while maintaining high standards of quality and efficiency. This has led to consistently high performance in global education rankings. On the other hand, the U.S. education system has faced challenges in balancing these goals. For example, the No Child Left Behind Act aimed to improve educational outcomes for all students, particularly in underperforming schools. However, the focus on standardized testing and accountability led to mixed results, with some arguing that it sacrificed efficiency by imposing one-size-fits-all solution that didn't account for local needs. Despite the United States spending significantly more on education, its average learning outcome are lower than Finland's. This suggests that despite the high level of investments in efficiency in the education system, such as challenges posed by the No Child Left Behind Act, can lead to suboptimal results. Now let's dive into public choice theory. Public choice theory applies economic principles to political processes. It's based on the idea that, just like consumers and businesses in the market, politicians and voters also act in their own self-interest. This self-interest can significantly influence policy outcomes. For instance, politicians may support policies that benefit their own political careers or the interests of their key supporters, rather than the broader public good. These dynamics can lead to issues like rent-seeking, where individuals or groups use their influence to secure economic benefits without contributing to productivity. It can also result in inefficiencies within government, as policies may be designed to favor certain interests rather than achieve the most effective outcomes for society as a whole. Let's look at some examples of public choice theory in action. One common example is rent-seeking, where special interest groups lobby for regulations or subsidies that benefit them specifically, often at the expense of the wider public. Another example is political market failures, where policies are designed to benefit a small group at the expense of many. This happens when politicians prioritize the interests of powerful voters or donors before the needs of the broader population. Finally, we have bureaucratic inefficiencies. In some cases, government agencies may focus more on maintaining their own existence and power rather than effectively serving the public. This can lead to wasteful spending and suboptimal policy outcomes. As we come to the end of this presentation, let's quickly recap the key points we discussed. We began by exploring the importance of strategic public policy, particularly how balancing efficiency, equity, and long-term economic welfare can significantly impact our society. We also examined real-world examples such as Finland's education system, which demonstrate how equitable access can coexist with high academic standards. Conversely, we discussed challenges like those seen in the U.S. education system, where policies that overly focus on equity, such as standardized testing under the No Child Left Behind Act, have sometimes led to inefficiencies. These examples reinforce the need for well-designed policies that carefully balance both equity and efficiency. We delve into several crucial economic concepts, including market efficiency, Pareto efficiency, market failures, equity, and public choice theory. Each of these concepts play a vital role in shaping effective public policies that aim to promote both economic growth and societal well-being. Understanding these ideas is essential because they provide the framework for analyzing and designing policies that not only address immediate economic challenges, but they also contribute to long-term stability and fairness in society. By applying these concepts thoughtfully, we can create policies that promote sustainable economic welfare and ensure that the benefits of growth are shared by all.